Most people are not exhausted. They are distracted, sedated by noise, by endless scrolling, by constant stimulation. And they call it normal life. When was the last time you felt fully alive? Not entertained, not busy, alive. Welcome, light spirits. If you are here, something inside you is ready to stop postponing itself. This is not a meditation to escape your life. This is a moment to wake up inside it. You wake up. You check your phone. You respond. You scroll. You consume. You compare. You react. You repeat. Notifications dictate your attention. Deadlines dictate your mood. Other people's expectations dictate your direction. Days pass. Weeks pass. Months pass. Years pass. And somewhere inside, a quieter voice keeps whispering, there is more than this. But comfort is addictive. Distraction is easy. And postponement feels safe. It feels safer to delay than to confront. Safer to scroll than to decide. Safer to stay numb than to feel the tension of growth. You feel it, don't you? That subtle restlessness, that quiet dissatisfaction, that sense that something inside you has been postponed, not broken, postponed. You say you want your best life, but you delay difficult conversations. You say you want growth, but you avoid discomfort. You say you want clarity, but you flood your mind with noise. You say you want peace, but you keep feeding chaos. This is not judgment. This is awareness. You are not incapable. You are not unlucky. You are not stuck. You are asleep inside routine. And routine becomes a cage when you stop questioning it. Pause. Right now. Take one slow breath. Feel your chest expand. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your heartbeat. You are alive. Not someday. Not theoretically. Now. And your life is not happening in the future. It is happening in this breath. You are not here to drift unconsciously through your own existence. You are here to participate in it. You were not born to scroll endlessly. You were not born to survive the week. You were not born to live slightly disappointed. You were born to create, to build, to choose, to love deeply, to act intentionally. There is a version of you that knows this, a version that does not negotiate with comfort, a version that does not shrink from responsibility, a version that acts instead of waiting. Your best life is not a fantasy. It is a direction. And direction begins with a decision. Nothing changes until you decide. Not wish, not complain, not overthink. Decide. The difference between drifting and living is ownership. You do not need a new year. You do not need a crisis. You do not need permission. You need honesty. Are you living deliberately? Or are you postponing yourself? If you feel this, make a silent commitment now. Say internally, from this moment forward, I stop living unconsciously. I stop postponing my life. I take ownership of my energy, my time, my reactions, my direction. I choose presence. I choose growth. I choose responsibility. Not tomorrow. Now. And understand something clearly. It is simpler than you think. Your best life is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in small decisions, micro choices, the moments no one sees, the alarm when it rings, the extra minutes of scrolling, the message you avoid sending, the habit you postpone, the truth you soften, the idea you delay. It lives in invisible decisions. When you choose action instead of comfort, when you speak instead of suppress, when you begin instead of overthink, when you move instead of freeze. You already know which areas need attention. You know where you are negotiating with yourself. This is not about becoming someone else. It is about honoring what you already know. Small actions, repeated daily, become identity. Identity becomes direction. Direction becomes destiny. You do not need to redesign your entire life tonight. You need to shift one behavior, one pattern, one reaction, one habit. Turn off the distraction earlier. Move your body. Send the message. Start the project. Tell the truth. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Stop negotiating with your potential. You do not need intensity. You need consistency. Your best life does not appear. It is built, moment by moment, choice by choice, breath by breath. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not broken. You are powerful. But power unused becomes regret. Wake up. Not aggressively, not anxiously, consciously. Live deliberately. Move intentionally. Love courageously. Participate in your own life, because it is not waiting. It is happening now. If this message reached you and someone came to your heart, someone who may need this reminder, feel free to share this moment, not as a recommendation, as an offering. This practice is complete. Thank you for being here, light spirits. Carry this awakening with you and return whenever you feel yourself drifting. Everything that arrives is perfect. Everything that stays flourishes. Everything that leaves opens space for the new.